Good morning, everyone. It's time to go on the record.
Do you stand for democracy? Or you stand with that gangster in Moscow?
An incensed Congressman Stephen Lynch prods his recalcitrant colleagues to take action on election security.
To get kids addicted, to get them hooked so that they will have customers.
The public health threat prompts the Attorney General to go after e-cigarette manufacturers targeting Massachusetts teens. Maura Healey is our guest this morning, and there is much to discuss.
Again, my name is Barbara L'Italian, and I refuse to believe.
A Democrat candidate for Congress in the third gets some national exposure. Barbara L'Italian's move. Was it smooth? Was it sneaky? And
how the nation handles the drama from Washington these days, we get reaction.
From WCVB Channel 5, the inside word from Washington to Beacon Hill. Today's newsmakers are going on the record.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ed Harding, along with News Center 5's political reporter, Janet Booth. Thank you for joining us on the record this morning. The Massachusetts Attorney General Maura Healey is our guest. The Charlestown Democrat was first elected in 2014, seeking her second four-year term as the state's top attorney. In the first 18 months of the Trump presidency, the AG has sued the Trump administration nearly how many times? Nearly 24 times?
Many times.
Many times. Many times.
She's not counting, she says.
As many times as necessary.
Great to have you with us
Hey,
this
great
morning.
to be with you both.
So speaking of lawsuits, your latest involves 11 other attorney generals, and it's over the separation of children from their families entering the country. Do you think you'll actually get these families back together faster as a result of this action?
No, absolutely. And this is exactly the kind of action that we are taking as state AGs, standing up for our Constitution, standing up for civil rights. You know, a few weeks ago, I had a woman in my office who had fled Guatemala with her then 7-year-old, escaping domestic violence and gang violence, had crossed over the border where she was apprehended by our ICE agents. They were taken to a detention facility, and before those ICE agents took her child from her, they said to her, "Happy Mother's Day. You may never see your daughter again." We filed a lawsuit to reunite that mother and that daughter. And, you know, the sad thing is it's so tragic what is happening. That little girl turned 8 years old, cold and alone in a detention facility. The mother was sent on to Massachusetts, which is how she came within our jurisdiction. Shortly after we filed the lawsuit, we got a call that that little girl was on a plane to Massachusetts. She was reunited with her mother, and they celebrated that little girl's 8th birthday in Framingham. We're going to continue to press. The administration has a lot more work to do, but we've gone to court to end that policy so that it never happens again. That's not who we are as a country, and to make sure that these families are reunited. But an absolute shameful act by our president, a real blemish on this country. But the good news is you've seen, once again, the spirit of the American people, the resilience, people taking to the streets, protesting, saying, this is not America. This is not who we are.
Do you have a rough idea on how many Massachusetts or how many immigrants in Massachusetts are separated from their kids, or vice versa?
Part of the problem here, Janet, is that there has been no actual accounting for, and in
you
fact,
don't even have a rough estimate?
There have been, well, we have met many in our office, both parents and children who have been separated from one another. But that's also what is just so unimaginably shameful about this. Think of this, our government, our tax-paid government has separated children from families and has lost track, it turns out, of some of those children. In fact, some of their parents have been sent back to other countries. Children are still here. So once again, an example of a terrible act from our president, something we believe is unconstitutional and illegal. That's why we're in court. You know, this is a president who continues to do things that are illegal and unlawful. That's why we've been to court, to stand up for DACA, to stand up for health care, to stand up for voting access, to stand up for a proper census, to stand up in the face of efforts to roll back important environmental regulation. That's what this is about.
This is part of nearly 24 lawsuits. A lot of people will accuse you of this being as much about politics as it is about policy. How do you refute that?
Well, I say this is about standing up for Massachusetts' interests.
No politics involved?
By the way, I'll tell you this, my office has not received a single dime more to do this work, and last year we had record returns, nearly $800 million my office brought back to the state, to taxpayers here, based on our actions and the bread and butter daily work. But the actions that I file against the Trump administration are an effort to represent and defend Massachusetts' interests. Health care, our clean energy economy, which Trump is looking to undermine, protections for our global knowledge-based economy that is devastated. If you talk to any of our heads of our life science companies or our teaching hospitals or our colleges and universities, they will tell you time and time again that the actions by this administration are at odds with where they need to go in terms of institutions and the support that they need. So I said on the Boston Common after the Women's March that my message to the president was, if you do things that are illegal, if you do things that are unconstitutional and hurt Massachusetts, we'll see you in court. I never expected it to be so often or so soon, and I hope for a day
in such a compressed period of time.
And I hope for a day that this president and his administration stops doing things that are harmful and illegal, but until they do, we're going to see them in court.
Let me move to one of the most pressing issues on your desk right now is the proposed merger of a group of hospitals, including the BI and the Leahy Clinic. They are trying to compete with partners. Does this play into a decision? How does this play? What's the play here? What's the game plan here?
Well, you know, this is part of the ongoing work that we do in our office. Whenever there's a proposed consolidation or merger of healthcare entities, that comes before my office and other agencies for review. I'm not going to reveal how we're leaning because we're still in the midst of reviewing this. But the focus will be, as it always is, on what's the impact on people here in Massachusetts? What is it going to mean for healthcare costs, and what's it going to mean fundamentally for people's ability to access care?
What is the impact? What do you believe the impact is?
Well, that's what we're studying right now, and that's, you know, part of our responsibility within the office. Yeah. And again, we want to make sure that we're doing things within the state that don't lead to increased healthcare costs. People are already paying so much as it is. When you talk about the rise in premiums, and fundamentally for me, this is about whether or not somebody gets access to care.
Likely we'll hear a decision from you days, weeks, months?
It's probably over in the next few months.
Next few months, okay. This past week you announced you're investigating a San Francisco vape company because of their marketing campaign, which is targeted to children. You've also sent cease and desist letters to other companies. What kind of support are you getting from your other AGs from other states nationally?
Well, I think more people are paying attention to it, and basically we're the first state to act in this space. But I'll tell you, here's the deal. I've been traveling the state the last several months to talk about our work related to substance use prevention, combating the opioid crisis. I've done a lot of roundtables and meetings with students in middle school and in high school. Here's what I hear back. Vaping, juuling is so pervasive. 80% of high school students in one school, the school nurse reported to me, were vaping. 80%. And I heard stories of 4th and 5th graders who were vaping. What vaping is, it's those e-cigarettes. Mm-hmm. And if you walk around, you see people with these vaping machines. It's a real problem because the cartridges contain nicotine. One cartridge contains as much nicotine as a package of cigarettes. And here's what those companies have done. They're selling flavors that are really catered towards attracting young people. Bubblegum, cotton candy. They market them using cartoon characters, Superman, Captain America.
Well, this mimics what they were complaining about cigarette companies 25 years ago.
Exactly, and it's a page out of the playbook of big tobacco. And state AGs were there to stop that years ago, and I'm asking that we be there right now. My message to parents is get educated, make sure that you're talking to your young people. What these companies have done is actually create these products so that they can be disguised and used in school. And in fact, we hear so many teachers telling us that kids are vaping within the classroom. They market them and sell them as flash drives, even as magic markers. It's a big issue. To me, it's about keeping kids safe. It's a public health issue.
Another big issue for you, and let's try to get through this real quickly because we've got a ton of other questions for you. You're targeting fast food chains trying to limit workers from working at more than one franchise, one of their franchises. This is so-called poaching practice. Can you get changes without having to go to Washington for help?
Absolutely. And in fact, we took action. This is the kind of work that an Attorney General's office does, that my office does, looking out for workers, here looking out for fairness, making sure that these workers who are paid low wages aren't restricted by their employers from finding other jobs. It's not right that somebody who works at McDonald's is prohibited from going to work then at Dunkin' Donuts or Arby's or elsewhere. And in fact, this was an industry practice. My office stood up and said, no, that needs to end. And I'm looking forward to cooperation and agreement from these companies that basically will level the playing field and make sure that these workers are treated fairly and able to come and go and seek other job opportunities. You know, we talk about non-competes in this state, hotly debated, hotly contested.
Right.
If we're going to have non-competes for high-paid workers, it seems to me, in fairness, we got to make sure that we're doing right by our lowest-paid workers.
You ready for the OTR pop quiz?
I'm never ready for the
I have
OTR
in my
pop
hands.
quiz.
It's stapled, as a matter of fact. So. All right, Maura Healey, the OTR pop quiz this morning. The theme is President Trump's second pick for the U.S. Supreme Court, Justice Brett Kavanaugh. Question 1. The 53-year-old Kavanaugh is a judge of the United States Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit and a Washington insider. Who appointed him?
Originally.
I guess probably George W. Bush.
In 2006. Prior to that, he served as an assistant to the president and staff secretary. You could say it with confidence. George W. Bush. Question 2. In one of Brett Kavanaugh's writings, he reasoned that the president shouldn't have to deal with criminal investigations or civil lawsuits while in office. Why is this ironic?
Because that is one of the very issues that will be before this Supreme Court, and a reason that people should be really alarmed by this nominee.
Which is a legitimate answer, but he also, what we're looking for is he co-wrote the Ken Starr report in the 1990s supporting President Clinton's impeachment for lying, President Bill Clinton's and his impeachment for lying to the public and staff members about his affair with the
He was the
intern
lead
Monica Lewinsky.
researcher
He was the
and
lead
writer.
researcher. We continue on the record with the Attorney General. Stay with us.